my life. I said I'm gonna get that girl no matter what I do.
Cheers, Chef.
And I know that I've been in love before, once or twice I've been on, but I never loved no one the way that I love you. And I'm singing late in the evening, and all the music seems
Wow.
Yeah, I'm singing late in the evening, and all the music seeping.
Wow, look at that. And the best sound award on a 501 happy hour party goes to Bear Market Riot. Damn.
Right on.
Which is really good, guys.
You sound
Because
amazing.
That's the way it works in quarantine. You dial in your sound for your live streams.
Yeah.
we had young Dubliners on, and they were pretty good. But man, that was amazing. Good job, guys.
Kenny Lee Lewis, Steve Miller Band. Obviously, you guys know the JD Project. We had Doug Groshart on.
I remember you had Kenny on. I actually got to sit in and ask him a question.
Oh, that's right, because your son's a fan.
My son,
awesome.
We took him last year to the show at Vina Robles.
That was so
awesome.
cool.
So we're talking about Brew at the Zoo, and of course, with the Rona, the new normal, we're not able to actually go to it in person, but you can still enjoy it virtually at your home, and you can enjoy it with all these beers. I mean, Jeff, do you have all the beers in front of you? I mean, I have.
No, because I put a bunch of them in the refrigerator.
I have a cooler that should give you a visual of how much cooler space you need to hold all the beers.
You need a lot of cooler space.
It's awesome.
So we want to bring in a couple of guys from the consortium, and if you guys have your mics mute, make sure you Tony the Tiger's with us. Your mic is still muted. Tony Grimes, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you doing? I kept it muted because I growl a lot, so you know.
That's good. I like how you have your own microphone. That's pretty badass.
The only one, I guess.
And Andres Nuno. Now you guys are the monkey and the tiger. Explain how this whole monkey and tiger thing came about.
All right, Tony, you want me to go?
Go for it.
So Tony and I are gonna control event, and we're always trying to come up with creative ways to raise money for the events that we're doing. And I think we were just joking around. I said, Tony told me, said, hey, it would be funny if we just like dressed up as two animals and try to raise money for those animals. So Tony said he automatically was a tiger because his name is Tony. He's Tony the Tiger.
I like it.
I chose the monkey because it's one of my son's favorite animals, and we kind of ran with it. And so here we are sitting in onesies.
So Brew at the Zoo is coming up on the 26th. And how it's going to work, guys, is people can just log in and kind of watch it as you guys run around and kind of take them through the zoo, right, and drink beer.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
that's fun.
So, Tony and I have been doing this for the last 4 months together. Tony, I guess I'll let Tony talk about on his end on how it kind of works for him and the segments that we put together.
Yeah, I mean, obviously being beer driven, president of the guild here on the Central Coast, we knew we wanted to do events around beer, but also support locally as much as possible. City of Atascadero has been super kind to us last couple of years. We really love the city and the charm, people that work in it. And this was kind of a great opportunity for us to do Brew at the Zoo, a virtual version of this year. So typically how the format works is we have a bunch of beers we send out. People obviously purchase that and it gets shipped to their home. They get to try a whole bunch of really unique, interesting beers. Along with that, we have that live broadcast, right? The virtual beer fest where we'll pre-record some segments from each brewery that's participating, get a chance to kind of showcase what they do. Some of them go above and beyond with the videos you'll see. But really it comes down to the beer and what makes them unique. And then you get to try it with us live. But for the Brew at the Zoo, we're throwing in animals, right? So we had a chance to go visit the zoo a couple weeks ago and get some video of them and talk with the trainers and kind of get one-on-one experience with the animals. And we're going to be showing that throughout this particular festival.
Very cool. Well, Nick and Kirk, we're going to say
This is a good
goodbye for a
opportunity.
second, and then we're going to bring in the doctor here real quick from the zoo. Go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is an opportunity to kind of show what you can do. This is the area you typically work in, right? Of production. I mean, I got to think virtual events have kept you throughout all this. What would you normally be doing?
Man, well, this is so our event is In Fuego Events, and we do beer festivals. That's what we do, and we've this is our 8th year doing them, and this year was going to be our biggest year yet. So starting in March through October, we would be doing events literally twice a month for different communities and different nonprofits, and again, a lot of them are centered around craft beer. And so this is, once March kind of hit, we were going to do our first event, and we kind of pivoted pretty quickly. And live stream has worked out really good. We're still getting beer to people's hands, and we're still supporting craft breweries along the Central Coast, and just trying to do our best to stick around and just promote it as much as we can. The guild has been really good to me, and I appreciate what they do and what Tony does and his team. So it's virtual. If virtual is what we have, and that's how we can get these really good beers into people's hands, that's what we're going to do, and we're going to make it work. And I'm really excited about doing it at the Charles Paddock Zoo. It's just a different element for us, and a creative way of helping out another nonprofit. That's what we do.
So talk a little bit about the Brewers Consortium. It's a Central Coast Craft Brewers Consortium. And what does that mean? What do you guys do? And how does it kind of play into what we're doing on the 26th?
Absolutely. Thank you for that. We obviously span a pretty good distance from Monterey all the way down to Ventura County. So there's, 60 plus locations that are breweries that are manufacturing, that have tasting rooms, that are under our guild. And the main premise of the consortium is to just raise consumer awareness and make people aware that in their backyard, there's these great craft brewing companies producing amazing liquid. And, that's the main focus. But above and beyond that, in these times specifically, we're trying to be creative, come together, support one another. There's a lot of breweries that are struggling, obviously. So we're trying to be a sounding board for them and try to advocate on their behalf. If we need to, go to the state capitol or Congress or whatever to try to get things passed, but just trying to be there for the community. So.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Well, let's bring in the doctor from the zoo. Doc, you got your mic muted, so just you could unmute that real quick. Good to see you, man. So talk a little bit about how this works with all the animals. I guess we've the animals. You're going to have some out, some will be put away.
No, they'll all be out. It's their choice whether they wish to be a part of the event or not. They have free access to what's called their bedroom, which is the back part of their exhibit. To be honest, the animals actually enjoy this sort of thing. There are a few that perhaps enjoy it too much and can misbehave a little bit, but most of these creatures very much enjoy human contact. Everyone that comes to the zoo is very well behaved. No one treats them poorly, so they don't have any inherent dislike for people. And they like the commotion, they like the sounds, and they all seem to enjoy these sorts of events. And also,
does it
I'd
seem
like
any of them are getting lonely?
Lonely for
without the humans being around.
So during the time when the zoo was closed, there was a 6 to 8 week period of time. They got a lot of very special attention, and some of them did behave as though they wanted more contact. And the zoo's been open now for a number of weeks, and they seem to be doing very well.
Very cool. So, Andreas and Tony, are you guys have you been to the zoo yet? Have you done a walkthrough? Or
yeah, Tony, and that's why Tony right now is filming live from the Spring Hill Suites there in the Atascadero, because tomorrow we're going to do our second day of filming. So we've already been there once, and we spent an entire day there filming. What we did was, it was really awesome. We got to go into some of the enclosures and do these kind of behind the scenes footage. And that's really what this event's about. When people normally go there, they get to walk around, they get to see all these amazing animals. And there's zookeepers there that are talking to them about the animals. So what we wanted to do was say, how do we create the awesome event, right? It's so fun to be at a zoo and have a beer fest. How do we bring that into someone's home and make them feel like it's just as cool? So what we thought, and what we're doing is, we are going behind the scenes with some of the animals, and we're going to talk to you guys a little bit more about maybe what you don't hear about when you're just there looking at the enclosures, and really kind of digging deep and finding out, what makes these animals unique. There's what the zoo is doing right now as being an accredited zoo is amazing, and trying to keep these species that are endangered or vulnerable going is what we want to bring to the person. And that's why Tony and I are dressed like this. It is silly and it's funny, but it's like whatever we can do to like create more buzz about this event is what we're trying to do. Is get eyes on the Charles Paddock Zoo and what they're doing, and we're going to try to raise not only ticket money. Tony and I are going to raise some money for these animals. We have all the breweries that bought into this. Each of the breweries has been assigned, or actually chosen, an animal at the zoo. And during their videos where they're going to be talking about their beer and their breweries, they're also going to be bringing up the animal that they're supporting that day. And what they're going to do is encourage you to sponsor or support or donate to that animal. Have a little friendly competition there. And then Tony and I and see if we can raise over $1,000 between the two of us for the monkeys and the tigers. And I know that I'm gonna destroy Tony. I know that.
He's full of it.
we're bringing in Alan Baker now. He's the director.
I've heard that you guys.
Alan, it's good to see you without a mask.
Do you recognize us at all?
Alan, do you remember us?
Sorry, I had a little technical issues there, but I guess we're up and running now, so that's good. Cool. Can you guys hear me?
Having a tough time hearing Alan.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeff.
Quiet, but we got you.
Okay, I thought Jeff was going to say something. Sorry.
That's right.
So, Alan, you've been through a lot of these brew at the zoos, and I'm sure that. Do you like to drink beer? And have you found some new favorites?
Yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons we originally came up with the idea. We actually stole it from some other zoos that do it, but one reason we wanted to have brew at the zoo was because it gives us an opportunity to get beer right at work, which is kind of different.
Now, where are you at, Alan? Are you in your office? That's quite a collection of books I see there.
Yeah, that's not my office. That's actually my home. I'm in my home right now.
Very nice. All right, very cool. So, so how many animals are we talking about that we're going to see coming up on the 26th?
Well,
go ahead, Alan.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, so we have 14 breweries. Okay, so we have 14 different animals that are going to be displayed, but we're also highlighting a special 6. So you'll see 2 different segments where we highlight 3 different animals, and those are the ones that we went behind the scenes with, and just wanted to educate the person who's buying a ticket, and anybody who doesn't have a ticket also gets to watch it on live stream, on Facebook Live as well during the event. So we're going to reach out to thousands of people, not just the people who actually buy tickets. And I think people are going to really enjoy the segments that we came up with and the 6 animals that we're going to highlight. We're going to kind of keep it a secret what animals those are. But I think I think you know two of them.
I'm looking at a couple of them right now. All right, we're going to bring the guys from Bear Market Riot back in. They've been a staple at this event for a number of years. Nick and Kirk are going to play us a song, and then we'll come back here, and we're going to talk to, let's see here, Byron and Karen from Santa Maria Brewing. I've already got one in the glass here, so stick around. We got more of the 501 Happy Hour coming up. Take it away, Bear Market Riot.
The stables.
You can't hear
there
us.
You go.
We've been in the
we
stables.
Muted ourselves. We've
been in the stables of this event. That was my joke.
We're usually set up by the Red Panda. We missed the Red Panda this year. I'm sure it misses us as well, singing our power folk tunes to it lovingly. This one's called 18 and Alone off our new EP that's coming out hopefully next month.
As soon as possible.
T-Monkey. Team Tiger. No favorites.
There we go. Bear Market Riot. Nice job, guys. You sound amazing. Once again,
Thank you so
Brew at the
much.
Zoo. coming up on the 26th, noon to 3. It's virtual. You can get all these beers delivered to your house so you can enjoy these beers and sponsor each and every animal. We're going to bring the guys in from Santa Maria Brewing here in just a second. Jeff is having a few issues, so he's going to get that figured out, and we'll be right back. So we got Brian and Sean. Hello, gentlemen. How are you? Your mic's muted, by the way. There it is. Nice to see you.
Great. How you guys doing? Doing good. Cheers.
I'm doing good because I'm having what is this, a Motra? Is that what you call this thing?
We're having a little bit of trouble hearing you. It's kind of muffled.
There we go. That's good beer. That's great
Motra,
beer.
There you go.
That's what I'm drinking, Motra. Is that how you say it? Motra?
I'm drinking the
Motra.
Calivesa.
So it comes from 2 hops that we use in the beer, Mosaic and Citra.
Very nice, man. So how are things at Santa Maria Brew? I was just talking to some people. They just saw your Atascadero place, and they said if the Rona wasn't going on, you got a hell of a sports bar.
We heard the first half of that, and then you froze. But Atascadero, we're open only for patio dining, unfortunately. But yeah, we've got a ton of big screen TVs gearing up for football season. Hopefully, we can soon enough get some people inside.
Yeah, we're doing great business at nights during the weekend, the weekends. During the day on the weekends also. Right now we are putting in outside TVs. So that's the newest thing right now we've got, along with all our great food and beer.
Very cool.
Dude, I live like a stone's throw away from Santa Maria Brewing in Atascadero. We could walk there right now.
Have you been there yet, Kirk?
No, I got to stop in. I drive by it on my way to work every day. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, you got to stop in. The outdoor seating area is awesome. Smoke right now is not really cool and everything, but that's going to clear up eventually. And their indoor area, I can't wait till you guys begin to start letting people inside, especially on football Sundays, because your setup there is gargantuan.
Starts this weekend.
Yeah.
Football Sundays.
Are you guys having a hard time hearing us still?
We're having a hard time hearing. Yeah, we'll hear a couple words, and then it'll kind of freeze on us.
Oh, shoot. Okay, well, that's too bad. Well, thanks for the beer. Thanks for all the beer,
Thanks for
man.
telling us about your TVs.
See you later.
Great beer, great food. Come on in. We'll give you a tour of the whole building.
Yeah, we'd love to. Before you go, though, if you can catch any of this, can you talk about some of your beers and how many you guys are making? And if not all of them, some of the popular beers?
Can I get you guys anything else to drink?
So I did hear talk about some of your beers. So we have right now, I believe, 28 beers on tap. A big range of styles from light beers, some Mexican-style lagers, ambers, browns, couple porters and stouts, and a lot of IPAs. One thing I'm really passionate about is IPAs. We make several different hazy IPAs, some fruited IPAs, West Coast IPAs, and that's what I think we really do well.
Talk about this one a little bit. This is part of the program coming up on the 26th.
Okay, Motra. So that is our blood orange IPA. So that's a fruited IPA. The word Motra, it comes from a combination of Mosaic and Citra. Those are the 2 hops that we highlight in that beer. It's kind of a milder, lower bitterness IPA, but you get a lot of fruit up front that kind of adds a little bit of perceived bitterness to it. So it's one of our most popular beers.
Yeah, what do you guys think of this, Kirk? Nick?
That's good.
It's really good, isn't it?
I get like a little, almost like grapefruit. It's orange peel.
Yeah, you get all the citrus and the blood orange, but it's not like sweet.
Yeah, it's heavy
syrupy,
fruit up
like,
front.
Like
you get that
orange,
IPA in the background.
Right?
Yeah, it totally finishes like a nice IPA. Yeah.
I would say a lot of times when you see blood orange on the side of a can, you go, that's going to be too sweet. That's not really what I want. But this is like subtle. It's like fruit forward, but then it's subtle. It kind of like backs off. Nice.
I would say very tasty. And you get that hop vibe.
I didn't get that one.
It doesn't burn your palate with like a horse blanket kind of heavy.
What do you got there, Suze? What is that?
Well, so Jeremy, you forgot to grab this bottle off the second shelf in the fridge at work, so sucks for you.
Drink it.
I'm working on it.
I forgot that one in my fridge. I didn't bring it with me.
Can you guys, Brian, Sean, talk about this one? I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah.
So
What's it?
Talk about that beer.
22-ounce Tropicali Dank.
Yeah.
That was a beer. I don't know if you guys know, a couple years ago, we purchased Tappet Brewing Company. And when we kind of moved with them, some of their popular beers and turned them into kind of like the Tappet series brewed by Santa Maria Brewing Company. And that's one of their really popular West Coast IPAs that we still make today.
Wow.
Shoot us straight on this one, Brian. Okay. When you absorb another company's beers as the brewer, do you see that as a fun challenge or as a bit of a headache because you're going to have to go in and leave your mark on their beer?
So that's a great question. Me personally, when it was like, okay, we're going to make these beers, it was really just a decision based on what I thought about those beers. And the ones that we moved forward with were really solid beers. I didn't have a lot of interest in, tweaking them or playing with them, but we've made some minor tweaks here and there, but they're pretty close to what they were before.
Really cool, guys. Well, hey, it was great having you in, Brian and Sean, Santa Maria Brewing. How do people find out more about the brewery so they can see your hours when they come visit you guys?
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys having us. Thank you very much.
All right,
We'll
cool.
see you guys down here.
All right, go to santamariabrewing.com, I'm being told, and you can find out more. Kirk, Nick, you guys ready? You get enough beer in you? Let's hear a song. And then, Suze, if you get a chance, we're giving away some a pass to this where you can get all these beers, and you get your tickets for free. Of course, we want you to go to visit atascadero.com and buy these because it supports the zoo and the consortium. But we're going to be giving away a pair. And how do we do that? Just go to the website?
Well, we had this grand scheme of an idea, and I'm just going to look to Jeff real quick to see about it. But you want to do
so
it?
right now, what we're doing is over on the Facebook page, either it's the Jeff and Jeremy Facebook page or on the KZOZ Facebook page. Andreas and Tony, you noticed earlier that they were dressed up as monkeys and tigers. What we're going to do is throughout the broadcast today, we're going to give people the opportunity to get a hold of Suze back at the studio by leaving your comments on Facebook and saying, hey, I want in. And you've got to mimic either a monkey or a tiger. Collectively, between Jeremy, myself, Nick, Kirk, and whoever else is left on this call at the end when it's all said and done, we're going to pick who we thought did either the monkey or the tiger the best.
Okay.
Whoever does the monkey or the tiger the best has deserved their shot. And Tony's coming back in along with Andres. You guys can't play.
Yeah, no, give us an idea what they should be doing, Tony the Tiger and Andreas.
Yeah. What should it look like? Oh, good monkey.
That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, Tony the Tiger. What do you got?
Good base.
Okay, this is a fantastic idea. And you get all these beers, right? Like there's like 14 beers. So, I mean, you're winning 14 beers and tickets to this event online.
And honestly, these are 16-ounce cans, some of them.
Yeah.
The easiest way to get a hold of me right now is to comment on the video right now. Like if you're watching with us, just shoot a comment and be like, I want in, and I will direct message you on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube and you can't get to Facebook, you can text me at the KZOZ text line, 805-543-3693. It's 805-543-3693. Whatever you want to do, man, message me on Facebook. Hit me up on the text line. I will get you a link to hop in here, and we'll give you a chance to do a monkey or a tiger.
All right.
And the cool 14 beers, folks.
14 beers.
Yeah. All right. Now all the way from Kirk's mom's daylight basement. Here they are, Bear Market Riot.
Thanks, Benet, for the basement.
Alarm clocks and the ticking talks are always keeping me from sleep. I haven't slept in 3 long nights, but tonight it feels like weeks. rocks, they're always keeping me from sleep. I haven't slept in 3 long nights. Tonight it feels like weeks.
That is so great. I tell you what, and the basement, the daylight basement adds just the amount of light. Thanks,
Oh, I
Bag.
love that.
So
Thanks,
I got to
guys.
tell you.
I was gonna say you
Have you
gave
guys
us the
ever-
prize for.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Kirk.
This is what happens. Everybody talks at once when they're all around.
Okay, I was gonna say you gave us the prize for the best sound, but I think we have the worst video from this laptop.
Oh, for sure. This is the worst.
It's like a potato
quality of camera.
But that's okay. It's okay.
That's
It
good.
sounds
Nobody
good.
can see you hiding behind all that facial hair anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It's guys, I'm gonna say it right now. The days are numbered.
The days are numbered.
This is my bachelor beard.
Kirk here's getting married next weekend, guys.
Oh, congratulations.
A week
Hey.
from today, folks.
Congratulations, dude.
Kirk and
Congratulations.
Erica are gonna jump down the plunge
Ooh,
of nuptials.
I can't wait.
And
Nick's
Kirk's
gonna
shaving
be-
the beard down.
Nick's one of the few people that'll be there.
Well, I was going to say, now people might get you confused. Like, people confuse Jeff and I all the time, mainly because they never see us. But they
Yeah.
always call him Jeremy and me Jeff, and it's just like, whatever. Does that happen to
Now
you guys
they-
a lot?
Now they're gonna think we're both Matt Cross.
Yeah,
Which is fine.
exactly.
That's fine. Now that I've grown my hair out,
perfect.
people don't think I'm Matt Cross anymore.
Who never plays music anymore,
Shout out
unless
to
he's
Matt
on the
Clown.
happy hour. That's so
Poor
funny.
guy.
That's
Well,
not true. He
poor
he
guy.
goes up on hills and plays all the time.
Well,
He's
our best
Have
buddy
you
Matt
guys?
he just lopped the end of his finger off.
He started whittling in
call out
quarantine.
to Matt, and he chopped the end of his finger off with his whittling tool.
You can't do it.
And he had surgery. He's gonna be okay. I think he'll be playing guitar before he knows it, but he's hurting really bad right now. So Matt, we love you. I wish you could play guitar too.
Lots of love to Matt's finger out there.
Jeez.
Are you guys going to assume his role up top the hill in San Luis Obispo because he can't play those shows?
I think he
That's
ought.
not a bad idea.
I think he ought to still have them. He could host them, and we would just handle the
There you
music,
go.
the heavy.
You
lifting.
guys should do.
He could haul the equipment up to the hill for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
right?
you go.
Yeah.
You show up.
He still has one good hand.
They use
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
generator?
exactly.
I don't.
You should do a guitar circus. Bring your iPad out, and then people give you money to play
See, that
songs
would
that
get-
somebody else wrote.
That would get confusing.
That
If
would
we
get
said
really
Bear Market
confusing.
Riot presents, or Bear Market Riot does Guitar Circus, then everyone would get really confused.
It's the
Then-
Bear Market Riot Guitar Circus
Then
on
we'll
top of a hill.
definitely both be confused from.
And
Matt
then what we
Cross.
could do is we could just play Turkey Buzzard songs, and then everyone,
perfect.
it would be like a perfect storm, and the world would.
Who knows
implode.
who's who?
That's how
Hey,
we
did
get
you
out of
guys-
2020. That's how we get out of 2020.
That's how.
is
That's
we actually make the
that's
world
actually
implode.
the incantation that gets you out of this trap that we're in.
Did you
What do you
guys
got?
get this?
What do you got, Jeremy?
Well,
what is that?
This is my favorite Bristols. I'm not an OG. I've
OG.
graduated to the Welshman, the Bardidoo.
Oh, you like the
the
Barty
Barty
Do?
do.
And I know it's probably not the order that the gentleman from Bristol's would go, but hopefully that gives me some street cred. They got the OG, the Ann Bonnie, which has been around forever. And we bring in Jordan and Weston. Weston Hartley's the cider maker. Hello,
Talk about two
Weston.
of my favorites.
Cheers.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And Jordan Collins is the winemaker. And now you making wines with Niels up at his other shop?
Yep. Well,
Yep.
I'm making wines
Okay.
for Loma Drum.
Loma Drone, yeah, not I know probably figured not Tavis Creek, but Loma Drone, and then of course you're making the cider too. So number one, you guys win the award for best backdrop. Looks pretty awesome. Jeff said, what'd you call it earlier? An MMA press conference?
Yeah, when we were in the room beforehand, it looks like you guys. I just expect Dana White to sit down in between the two of you. There, exactly. Do the thing where you face
Yeah,
off.
put him up.
Perfect.
Okay, or don't. Okay, so anyways,
There you go. They froze.
the internet. It must be all the smoke in the air. So Bristol's is in obviously a Atascadero. Neil's been a winemaker here for God longer than most of us have been alive. So he's super talented dude. He's old school cider. Will you guys talk about the cider a little bit? Because it's not like some of these new hip ciders. I mean, this is kind of going back to the original true way they did cider in the old country, right?
I mean, I think it's still pretty hip as a cider, but we are looking more.
Well, I didn't mean to say it wasn't him. I'm just saying he's true to the old way.
we're trying to be hip, but we had to push my dad a little bit out of the frame to start becoming hip ourselves now.
Right. So you're making it hip.
We're certainly kind of in the old school style of making cider, much like Lone Madrone doing native yeasts, really minimal additions. Kind of certainly an old school approach to cider. We press all the apples ourselves here on site, so yeah, it's certainly not the quickest way to make cider, but I feel like the quality certainly shows.
Sorry about the lag.
you guys-
KSBY is running this broadcast, and so it's like being on the news when they toss it out to them, and then it takes them 5 seconds to look at the camera, and then they're like, "Okay, thanks, Dan." But go ahead, Jeff. I know you had something to say. Sorry.
Well, I noticed that on the cans, you guys were established in 1994. What was the cider scene on the Central Coast in 1994?
Absolutely zero. Yeah, my dad came over from England, and he was used to drinking cider and basically just started making it himself, pretty much exactly the same way wine's made. You ferment apples just like you ferment grapes, just for himself and for his friends. And then eventually more people started drinking it, and he thought might as well make a business out of it and make more of it, and then eventually make us make more of it.
I feel like the beer and the cider play so well together because, like, you'll be drinking these IPAs, and then you get into a cider. It's so refreshing, and I think it really kind of highlights it a little bit. And they kind of then go back to a beer and so on.
Yeah, cider certainly is super refreshing, and even the original, I think, somewhere in that just shy of 8% range. So it's a little easier drinking, I think, than an 8% beer. But both will satisfy on hot days. So.
About to say,
Yeah, if you've ever been to a Bear Market Riot concert at Bristol Cider House, and you're just like, oh yeah, this is going down smooth, it's fine. Then next thing you know,
You can't get inside.
you're getting in an Uber at 11:30 and going home.
Yep. And you say, what happened?
What happened?
I got to be honest. I've been to Bristol's.
Hey, what happened?
Bear Market was playing, and I had ended up sitting on the curb for about. I had to take a time out because it'll catch up with you pretty fast.
You got
I also have that same story. Like, you got to be really careful. I went to see the Tipsy Gypsies there one time, and like loved so much on like all of the ciders that I had, but then I was like, oof. Luckily, you guys had food there too, so that kind of helped me bring it back around.
Guys, I've slept in the Bristol's parking lot in my van.
A handful of times.
At least twice. That's for real.
That's our story.
Also, you drink.
Good that you're responsible.
You drink a big IPA, slip into a Barty Dew. Ooh, good God. Sit down.
What's your big one though?
Yeah, we can't wait.
Bristol's? You guys
We
have
can
a
have you guys back.
cider, don't you?
Oh, there's the Green Fairy. They have like the big pints and the small pints.
And they won't let you get the big ones of the Green Fairy because
No,
they'll
as
take
they
you
say,
down.
absolutely not.
It's 10%, isn't it? Right?
And it's
yeah,
it's
we
like
have a couple in the 10% range.
Yeah.
It's actually undisclosed.
Yeah.
It's undisclosed.
We can't talk about it.
We're not
But
supposed
it's,
to tell you.
Enter-
We're not supposed to talk about it.
It's
All right,
very
man.
legal.
Sure.
You can only get it in the tasting room.
How many different ciders are you guys making? I mean, what's it up to now? You like at 10, 12?
Oh gosh. We certainly have 8 on tap usually, and we have a staple of maybe 5 that are kind of a solid lineup, and then we have some rotating taps. Right now we have 8 on tap, and then I guess we probably have maybe 6 or 7 in bottles. We just canned Ann Bonnie and Barty a few weeks ago, so those are the next 2 cans on our list.
Hold yours up, Jeremy.
OG.
This
There
one's
you go.
9%.
Oh, yeah.
You went Ann Bonnie too?
Careful with her.
Yeah, she's dangerous.
I'm
Who does your
woo,
artwork
Barty
of
Dew.
your
Yeah, luckily this time everyone is at home.
Actually, Adam Welch, who's the previous cider maker, does all the artwork. And if you've ever been to Bristol's, he did the big Union Jack mural that's on the wall, and our labels and anything you see around here. He's done. So he's.
I've always
Very
loved the
talented.
artwork on your
Is he a pirate?
Very cool. Hey, can we bring in the monkey and the tiger?
Can we get the monkey and tiger back?
We need the monkey
Are they
and the
still
tiger
around?
back.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's Andres and Tony. Hey, guys, welcome back. Thanks for hanging with us. And don't forget, you can do your best impression of either one of them, and you can win tickets to this thing, meaning you get all these beers and ciders shipped to your house, and you can watch the show and drink away, save some of it, do whatever you want to do.
You also get to listen to Bear Market Riot, which will be shown. They have a great 3 or 4 songs that they recorded for us that you get to listen to as well, as along with Ricky Montijo.
Holla.
Yeah. Oh, Ricky Montijo.
Big shot.
Very nice. All right, cool. So all you have to do is you can either text in on this broadcast that you're watching right now, your name, and Suzanne will get a hold of you. And then we're going to do that at the end of this thing. And what do we got? 15 minutes left in this. So very cool. Are you guys cider people? Were you cider people before you met the guys over here at Bristol's, or I mean?
Yeah. Yes. So Bristol's joins us at the Central Coast Craft Beer Festival every year, and cider is actually really good. And it's funny because you'll see a lot of the breweries are starting to come out with a lot of fruity style beers, IPAs, actually a lot of different styles. And so I think cider is going to be a great addition to this. We love introducing ciders to beer drinkers because they pretend to not like cider, and then they try a cider and they go, "Oh, that's really good. That's a really good." So it's I'm sure Bristol. I'm sure you guys have heard it all, right, Rustin and Jordan. When people say I'm a beer guy, so I don't like cider.
Yeah, oftentimes we'll bring to a beer event. We'll bring a hop cider or something that maybe will get them kind of get their foot in the door if they're a little standoffish to cider. A little bit of a hop cider might kind of bridge the gap and get them interested. But in time, I think people will come around.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to say goodbye to Weston and Jordan. Cheers. Thanks for bringing all the great cider. Make sure you check them out on the 26th. And then what you got to do right now is just comment in. All you got to do is act like a monkey or a tiger, and you can be a winner of our 14 beers and tickets to go to this virtual tasting. Visit atascadero.com. It's the website. It's coming up on the 26th. Bear Market Riot back up, and then we'll be right back. We've got more beer to get to. Holy cow, we still got Wild Fields on deck. Stick around. We'll have more of the 501 Happy Hour coming up.
In honor of the KZOZ classic rock motif, we're going to do a Rolling Stones song for you.
Oh, yeah.
When you're sitting there in your silk upholstered chair, talking to some rich folks that you know, I hope you don't see me in my ragged company. You know I could never be alone, sugar. So take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground, and you can send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by the mail. Send me dead flowers to my wedding ring. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave.
on, Jeff, give me your monkey. See, that's just way better because he has kids,
Jeff
man.
wins tickets.
All right,
Jeff
now we're
wins
the tiger.
tickets. Just give Jeff the tickets. I don't think anybody's going to beat that.
No, we actually have a couple people right now on deck. It's not too late to get signed up. We'll save this for the last few minutes and we'll get him in. We got Andres here. We got Tony, Tony the Tiger, Andres the Monkey, and now we bring in Jackie and Ryan Fields. What's up, guys? How you doing, man? Welcome in.
Hey, everyone.
Cheers.
So it's Wild Fields. You guys are in A-Town, right? And I've had your beer before. You guys have a pretty cool place. Talk about, I mean, I know with the Rona and everything, you can't use it like you were using it, but talk about your facility a little bit. It's kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
Use it.
Oh, it's me. He's telling me it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so essentially we just really wanted a space where beer lovers and families and everyone can feel comfortable and welcome. We carry Bristol cider, so we have that going on for us. We carry wine as well. And then when we reopen, we have a full menu. So it makes you feel a little bit better about drinking with your kids around, you know, being able to have a bite of food here and there and games for them to play. So at least they're entertained.
Now, you guys live somewhere else, if I remember, Ryan. Why did you pick Atascadero? Like, you actually moved to the county, right?
I grew up here, actually. So I graduated Templeton High School back in the day and then got out of town as fast as I could and never really thought I'd want to come back. And then I met Jackie and got older and realized that all I wanted to do was come back. And yeah, we decided that this was just the spot for us. Just Central Coast is awesome.
Okay, so you guys sent us a lot of beers, by the way. Thank you. Real quick, what are we going to drink? And then we'll jump in.
What do you want to drink? I gave you guys a ton of beer. I don't even know what you're drinking, so I have a cooler.
We poured the 4101, which is a pretty...
Yeah, we poured the 4101.
4101?
Yeah, and
I'm drinking the
Jackie and
beach.
Ryan, you're mutual friends with our friends the Utsons, and we're missing Whale Rock right now. So
We miss Whale Rock.
Should have been next weekend.
We got beach.
Should have been.
Shout out.
All right, I'll go with this.
Fields trip. That looks
the
good.
Hoppy Poppy or the Hoppy Pale Ale. I guess Hoppy Poppy somebody else.
Hey, you like that? You like that mention, don't you, Tony?
Bro, delicious.
I'm learning
I had the Hoppy Pale too. That's delicious too.
So both of these are landmark beers for us. Atascadero Beach, we wanted to honor, I can't do this camera thing, honor the beach community that Atascadero was promoted as when it was founded. And then 4101 is our landmark beer because we are at the intersection of 41 and 101.
It's a funny story with the Atascadero Beach angle because I have a buddy who bought just such a cool thrift store find, and it was like a shirt from the 80s. It was a pink, bright pink Miami Vice tank top with like light blue and turquoise sailboats on it, and it said Atascadero across the. I've never seen a sailboat on water in Atascadero. I've not spent that much time at the lake though.
Do you know there is an Atascadero Beach? The northern part of Mora, before Cayucas, actually is called Atascadero Beach by the state.
No way. I did
Yeah,
not know that.
so it's on the can. We wanted to make sure everyone knows how much of a beach fan we are.
That's where the beach is, right there, huh?
So how do people enjoy your beers right now, Jackie and Ryan? I mean, can they just pick them up to go, or are you guys doing a little bit of patio action? How's it working?
So right now it's just beer to go only, but on October 1st, we're having our grand reopening, and then we'll have some outdoor seating set up, and we'll have our full kitchen open, and people can enjoy the beer and food on site. But until October 1st, we're doing just beer to go. We also kicked up our distribution program, so we have all these beers that you see in cans and out and about around town. We're in Orange County now. We're in the Bay Area, so we're trying to pivot and do what we can to survive.
Kirk,
is it been kind of a benefit from the standpoint of?
Oh, that's Jeff. I'm Kirk.
I had a comment. I raised my hand.
It's fine.
Go ahead, Kirk.
I want to shout out again to Wild Fields. Atascadero and Wild Fields have been putting on a movie night in the parking lot in front of Wild Fields, and you can order Wild Fields to your car while you're watching a movie and
Oh, that's
kick
the
it
best.
and have some Wild Fields. I
It's like
watched
a
I
mini
watched
drive-in.
I watched the Fantastic Four and sampled a plethora of Wild Fields beers the other night. I got home safely, no problem. But I took a bunch home as well. It was awesome.
Talk about the Hoppy Poppy. What is this thing, by the way? It's super smooth. I thought it was going to be like a big IPA or
There's
something.
another. Every time you mention one
You
of,
gotta stop.
yeah, every time you mention one of Tony's beers, he has to drink.
Yeah.
The Hoppy.
Tony has to finish his beer and start another one.
The Hoppy. Okay, I got to be honest. I
Team
live in
Tiger
Rio
is gonna get
Grande,
drunk.
and their brewery is right over the hill. So I'm sorry. The Hoppy Pale Ale.
So 4101 is just like kind of a classic American pale ale where I wanted to use some kind of old school hops. So we used a lot of what's called C hops, Cascade, Chinook, Centennial. And I kind of brewed it in kind of a new age format where it's not overly bitter and it's got a huge dry hop addition. So it's just super aromatic, super bold hop character, but still drinks really easy and is not overly bitter.
All right, we're coming up here in a little bit. We're going to get the monkey and tiger thing going on. We got some people
Ryan,
ready to go.
I had a question for you regarding the going to distribution. Had you guys been open and dealing with the restaurant and all that stuff, would you have gone to distribution that fast, or has this kind of been a blessing in disguise to get your feet underneath you from the distribution standpoint?
I mean, it's given us time to focus more on that. So it's always something we were going to do, and we're just self-distributing. That's what we're always going to do. But it definitely jump-started it in a huge way. So we went from like thinking about it in the future to like having 8 brands and cans right now and being pretty much all over the state. So yeah.
Do you know what animal you guys are going to be hooked up with?
Ringtail.
Oh,
Ringtail lemur.
Oh, cool.
Okay, very cool. Okay.
That's my daughter's favorite.
When we
But
cut
wait,
down. Oh, I have a
which-
long
which-
speech. It's longer than a minute.
Are you guys team monkey or team tiger though?
We want to know.
Probably tiger because our son loves to do tiger claws.
I'm going to go monkey because of this whole Hoppy Poppy issue.
Yeah, Ryan.
I had nothing to do with it, just for record.
Red. All right. Well, you know what the problem is? You guys came in at the end of the show, and I'm sorry I didn't write the schedule, but I've had a lot of Bristols. I've had a lot of Santa Maria Brew, and now I've had a lot of Wild Fields. Really, really good beer.
Jackie, I want to hear this long story about the lemur.
Do we have time?
How long is
go
the
ahead.
story? Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So right when shutdown happened, we had a lot of beer in the tanks and we wanted to use it and move it. So when we reopened, it would be fresh. And the zoo had an intern named Braden who started volunteering when she was 16 years old. She passed away at 18, right after COVID started. And her family was doing a fundraiser to raise money to do the ringtail lemur exhibit at the zoo. So we packaged a beer and dedicated it in honor. And we still need to present a check for $500 that we were able to raise from selling this beer towards the exhibit. So we wanted to keep ringtail as our promotion and still raise funds for that amazing family and for a really amazing girl who loved animals.
Oh, that's really nice. That's really sweet.
That
too.
is a great story.
Yeah. So I don't know how we transition from that to the monkey dance.
people acting
and the
like
tiger
monkeys.
crawl.
So Team Lemur.
But here we go.
What we're really
Suze, okay. Now,
Okay,
Bear Market
so-
Riot, we're going to need you to play
Good
some
point,
music
Nick.
while these people do their dance and their jig. You know, you don't even have to sing. It could just be some music. Can we get everybody on board, Suze, and have our contestant?
Here's the fun part. They're not logging on. So I don't know if they're having technical difficulties or what, but I mean, I could do a monkey and a tiger dance for you.
You want Ryan and I to challenge each other? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Okay, we all do the monkey and then we do the tiger. Are you ready? Here we go. Monkey time. Come on, Jeff, where you at? Oh my God. All right. Well, I know, Suze, why don't you just give it to somebody who called and couldn't get in? Somebody that at least tried should win. So,
I feel like, I don't know, like real talk, maybe we could just bring, if we can get a hold of them like on Monday, we could bring like Mark and Darlene and Brandy onto the morning show and have them do it on the air. or something.
sure. Sounds good to me.
We'll
Great
figure
way
it
to
out.
start a Friday, guys. I want to say best luck to Tony and Andres, the tiger
Oh,
and
Tony.
the monkey.
Real quick, the initiative, I wanted you to bring this up for the breweries. Contact your local senators because breweries are getting a big tax.
Go ahead, Tony. Just take it.
Land avalanche on them. Go ahead, pick up
All
what
right.
you want.
Yeah, thank you. A lot of information here, but we'll just keep it short. There is an excise tax happening at the end of the year that will increase tax for all breweries by 100%. Super detrimental for everybody, especially during this time. Please write to your local congressmen and legislators and encourage them not to pass this bill so that we do not feel the burden of that tax. Thank you.
Yes. I would hate to pay more for beer.
Yes. You make more beer.
All right. Thanks to everybody for coming on. I wish we had more time. Alan, Dr. Steve Robinson, thank you so much. Appreciate you being
Thank
here.
you very much.
Jackie and Ryan
Thank
Fields. We got the Tony Tiger and we got the Andres the Monkey. And don't forget about the guys from Santa Maria Brew. We lost them, but it was great to have them on as well. Thank you, Sus, for heading things up. Make sure you go to the visit atascadero.com to get your tickets to 26 noon to 3 for Brew at the Zoo. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Bear Market Riot, take it away. I'm gone.
It's a song called The Malt Liquor Blues.
Well, the cottonwood is falling like a snowstorm. Yeah, the Mississippi's looking so blue. I got my bottle in a paper bag and another 40 ounce for you. Now I don't care if you never want to kiss me, because you can do whatever you please. As long as you're coming to the lottery bridge, you drink some malt liquor with me. So yodelay, hey yodelay, hey yodelay. So yodelay, hey yodelay, hey yodelay. So now I'm watching my beauty by the nightlife. I say now I'm watching girl to shoot poo. I'm watching Goody by the corner of my bench, drinking malt liquor from a jar. And now when my earthly trails are over, want you to bury me with my band. Cause baby, loving you is so dangerous, but drinking malt liquor is grand. Yeah. Yodelay, hey, yodelay, hey, yodelay. So yodelay, hey, yodelay, hey, yodelay. Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. And I know not everybody.
All right, I'm out. I got no more moves. I got no more moves.
Out in quarantine, I got it.
Think twice before I give my heart away. I know all the games you play, girl, cause I play them too. Oh, but I need some time off that devotion. Time to pick my heart up off the road. We'll put that love thumbs down on that emotion. Well, it takes a strong man, baby, but I'm showing you that door because I gotta have faith. Gotta have faith it's gonna get better. Gotta have faith in something, baby. corner store. There's no better way to get the job done. Well, I drink my liquor in the springtime. I said I drink my liquor in the fall. Policeman put me in the county jail. He don't drink no more liquor at all. So yodelay, hey, yodelay, hey, yodelay. Say yodelay, hey, yodelay, hey, yodelay. Are you team monkey or you a tiger?
People getting naked while we're doing.
Okay, also, now I know who hangs out until they turn the lights on at the bar.
But that's what this virtually was.
Yes, I love it.
You don't have to go home, but you do have to get out of here.
Yeah, you are
No,
at
you
home.
should already be at home.
Yeah, you are at
Unless
home. You
listen
just have to
KZOZ
get out of
at
here.
work. That's cool.
I didn't hear the song closing time yet.
Hey, Jackie Ryan, this Cosmo Canyon's really good.
Wait.
The red ales.
Wait, hang on. If I just like start like flashing the lights, right? Like step out.
I didn't hear last call.
I didn't hear no bell.
Thank you, everybody. That was awesome.
Yeah, you guys, thank you so much. Right, I'm gonna end the broadcast and scene
Love you guys.
in like 20 seconds.